Before I absolutely lose my marbles, that was not a bad hockey game. I mean, really, it was a very entertaining contest from both sides. The Leafs almost come back from a 3-0 deficit. The mad scramble after mad scramble in the third period. Entertaining as heck. But the Leafs lose 3-2 in regulation and are now 1-1 on the year. And the way this game started, oh, it was ugly. By any means, it was an ugly, ugly start to the first period. And it's been, first two games, first periods have not been good for the Leafs. They got to figure it out. Start on time. 8:31 into the period. Chris Tierney in front of the net. Puck gets fired on. He must have been watching Alphonso Davies yesterday. He must have. Because he gets the foot ready, gets the skate ready, redirects it in past Peter Mrazek, and it's a 1-0 lead. They end up reviewing it. They call it a good goal, and I'm like, so hold on. So you're telling me, as long as he doesn't give it a full-on how you doing kick, it's a good goal? Because he full-on turned his skate towards the empty net and didn't even try to hit it with his stick, right? Just right to the foot. Boop, there it goes into the empty net. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Leafs are down 1-0. Fine. Whatever. 8:31 in. It is what it is. We keep going. It's lots of hockey to play. And then just over a minute. I don't even know. I'm freaking out right now. Just over a minute to play in the first period. Puck gets fired on from the point, hits Tyler Ennis in the shoulder or the face or whatever the heck in the upper body it hit him, and it goes in. I mean, just why not, right? Two goals for the Senators, and not one has been the final touch been a hockey stick. Yeah, of course, right? It's the way it is. You're down 2-0. And you thought we were done for the period? Oh, we weren't done yet. Less than 1 second left. Formanton scores. It's 3-0. Okay, hold on. The Leafs win in shots 17-12. They were down 3-0, and 2 goals were not by a hockey stick. What the hell happened? And they didn't play well. They had some costly turnovers, but my goodness, that was ugly. And then in the second period, the Leafs came out flat. They were flat out terrible. No pun intended there. 6 shots on goal. They allowed 14. It was ugly. Mrazek keeps them in the game. Still 3-0 after 2 periods of play. In comes Jack Campbell for the third. Mrazek got that groin injury now. Great. First start of the year. He's gone. It's insult to injury. Why not? Right? And he leaves the game. In comes Jack Campbell. 3:11 in. Leafs get a power play. Jason Spezza wires one from the top of the circle, and it beats Anton Forsberg. And the Leafs are back in, and now it's a 3-1 game. Only 3:11 and lots of hockey to play in the third. All right, Leafs get another power play because Chris Tierney thinks it's okay to pull out a WWE match. So hold on. Was he watching like Super Slam or whatever the hell's going on? Some WWE match? Or was he watching, the World Cup qualifier yesterday? I don't know. He seemed to be doing a lot of things, but not hockey, because he thought grabbing Michael Bunting from the back of the jersey and yanking him down is not a penalty. Because he goes to the penalty box and he's yapping the official. I'm like, on what planet is that not a penalty? Because if you look at the rest of the game and how it was officiated, there was a lot of nitpick things that were called. So if those are getting called, yeah, that one's getting called, pal. And Jason Spezza, beautiful cross-seam feed to Willie Nylander, beats Anton Forsberg, and we got a 3-2 hockey game. Both power play goals. Tavares and Spezza grab assists on the goal at 8:50 of the third period. And now let's move ahead, okay? Justin Hall gets taken down in the corner. I'm okay with that being a non-call, right? The dying minutes of a game, you want to be 5-on-5. You want the fellas to play it out. If it has to be a little bit of hard-nosed stuff, fine, so be it. Did it cost the Leafs a turnover? Yeah, it did. But you know what? I'm okay with that. I don't want some foo-foo call to win us a game or to get us back in a game. None of that nonsense. Connor Brown, getting near an empty net, or Jack Campbell or whatever the hell was in the net. Tavares lifts his stick. Oh, that's hooking. So, what? Are you kidding? It's the second time in the third period they call a hooking penalty by just quick little whoop, go up in the stick. That's called official. It's called a stick lift. That's not illegal. Just because he lifts the stick and takes the puck does not mean he hooked the guy. I mentioned in the last video, How like, the NHL has gotten so soft nowadays, you can't protect your goalie. You can't hack somebody's stick because if it's anywhere close to the hands, oh my goodness. And now you can't even lift the guy's stick. Like, what's it going to come down to? We can't even body check anybody anymore? Got to keep the shoulders nice and tight and you got to go into somebody like this? Like, come on now. I'm not saying the Leafs should have got the call or, whatever the case may be, but damn well be consistent. If you're going to call that, call the Justin Hall trip. Why not? If you're not going to call the Justin Hall trip, don't call that. It's a momentum swing and the end of the game. Would the Leafs have scored, tied, and ended up winning? I don't know. We'll never know. But it's the premise of it. It's the fact that you don't call one the other way, and you call that one. But like a year ago, you could stiff lift it. If Tavares' stick got caught, fine. But he literally went up, took the puck, and went away with it. So I'm not really sure where that's coming into play. The Leafs end up losing the game 3-2. Did they deserve the win? I wouldn't say so. You played a great third period. You outshot the Sens 25-10 in the third period. But you can't just play 20 minutes and expect to win a hockey game. You got to start on time. You got to play a full 60. What's the cliche? Well, we got to play a full 60 minutes. Well, that's great. You only played a third of that. And you look at the Leafs in the last game against Montreal. You were down 1-0 early because you were abysmal in the early goings of that game. You were terrible in the first period today, or at least the first half of the first period, even though all their goals happened in pretty much the latter half, but they were so greasy, it doesn't matter. I needed this. Because I just don't know what officiating is anymore, right? Look, if they're going to call that on the Leafs, I'd like to be called in Ottawa. If Justin Hall trip's going to be called, hey, if we do that, fine, so be it. Be consistent with it. I'm not asking for every call to go the Leafs' way. I'm not saying the Leafs need 10 power plays and they need 2. No, I'm saying I don't want them to look at the thing and say, well, they've had 5 power plays. Ottawa's only had 3. Let's even that up a little bit and make it 5-4, all right? It doesn't matter the positioning of the game. I don't know if that plays into it at all, but I just think it's a joke. And the fact that you can't stick lift the guy anymore, it's pretty sad. And anybody's going to say, well, it got cut, for about a millisecond? Which in hindsight is a stick lift. You see it get caught, you see him hook around and yank it. That's a hook. That's a hook, not a stick lift. Because you saw Tavares' stick go boop, up and down. I don't know. Baffles me. It absolutely baffles me. Now, Peter Mrazek left the game with a groin injury after two periods. He let 3 goals and 26 shots. You can't blame him for the kick or whatever the heck you want to call it, the Alphonso Davies strike. You can't blame him for the deflection off of Tyler Ennis' face, chest protector, whatever the hell it hit. The third goal, yeah, you kind of want to save that. Not a great angle, dying seconds. You got to throw your body in front of that, and no matter what, tough one. Jack Campbell came out there, did a good job. 10 shots, 10 saves, made some big-time saves in the third period, keeping the Leafs in it at the time. Jason Spezza, a goal and an assist. Willie Nylander, a goal and an assist. They've had great starts for the season so far. The Leafs in the first 2 games, though, have scored only 2 goals in each game. Is that a credit to not having Austin Matthews around? He shouldn't be your entire team. You got to find a way. And you face this same Ottawa team on Saturday at Scotiabank Arena. They got to find a way to do a job. Now, I understand it's only 2 games into the year, and people are going to tell me to relax, and I get that. That's fine. But every win counts, especially in the Atlantic Division, where there are so many good teams, including this Senators team, which I've said all along is going to be a much better team this year. They played the Leafs so damn hard last year. They've gotten better. Brady Tkachuk just signed. They're going to be a better team this year. You saw in the early goings of this one. You saw in the second period how they dominated. They're not a bad team. You got to find a way to win hockey games. And if starting on time is what this team needs to do, they got to find a way, man. They got to find a way. They came back against Montreal and scored 2 unanswered to win. Now, that's great. You went down 3-0 in the first period today, and you scored 2, but it's too little too late. They got to find a way to start on time on Saturday against Ottawa. 7 o'clock puck drop there, right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and enjoyed the game overall, because as I mentioned right at the top, it was a very entertaining game. Smack the like button, do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Comment down below. Thoughts on the video. Thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from today's game for the Toronto Maple Leafs? Twitter's down below for myself. Follow up, send me a DM, all that great stuff, guys. The Instagram link is down below, so follow up there. If you've not done so already, I will talk to you guys Raptors edition at some point in the next week or so. Season preview edition. We take a deep dive once we hear what the roster looks like and all that stuff. We'll talk to you guys Raptors edition, breaking down the 2021-2022 season that is upcoming. And as for the Toronto Maple Leafs, look, it is one game. You got to find a way to move on. I let all my anger out. Hopefully you guys feel the same. If not, I'm crazy, and that's okay because I'm used to being crazy. Saturday, the Leafs take on the Senators again. This time it's Scotiabank Arena, though. 7 o'clock puck drop there. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. We'll talk to you guys then.